Right, so I'm back. In our widget class, we're going to create a widget blueprint through our user interface. You see that there? User widget. So this is going to be for our player health. Just rename that to player health. So that's user widget blueprint. If I did that too quick, let's open that up. So the first thing you want to do is add a canvas, because unlike the ones in Unreal Engine 4, the widgets in UE5 don't have a canvas by default. You need that if you want to like shift and move stuff around. So we'll also add a progress bar, which is obviously for the health. Let's put that about there. Change the size a little bit. Just change the width. I'll say 200. I'm not trying to get it perfect or anything. You can go and have a mess around with it after yourself if you want. I just want it to look a little bit more proportionate to our health bar should look like. So that's about right, isn't it? Something like that. Right. Next, I need to set our progress. There we are. So under progress, just here, we'll set that to 100. So it's now full. Compile. And I'm going to create a binding to this. Remember, that's percent, and that's under the progress. There's a lot of stuff in here, so let's go over that. So let's create a binding. Here's the important part, because now we're going to call our variable that we created in C++ in the character class. So we're going to cast to the third person character. Now you might be casting to a different character in it. Sorry, I'm getting my projects mixed up. You might be casting to a different character. So this is whatever your character is, whichever character whether you've named your character within your game or object or whatever it is. So we're going to say we're going to cast to BP third person character, or just a default one. I'm going to say get player character. Now we're going to call our variable from C++. Do you remember that we obviously made it public? If it wasn't public, we wouldn't be able to get it here. And then we're going to need to divide our float. I think is this one here. I believe. Another rename some of the nodes have different names, or slightly changed in Unreal Engine 5. They've obviously made them a lot better, haven't they? But sometimes you lose track of some of the ones that they've named. I think that's about right. So we're basically calling our player health, we're casting it to this widget, and we're dividing that by a float value. So I think that's definitely a win. Let me just straighten that out. Compile. I think that's correct. Yep. Forget to save as well. That's kind of done. Now we need to go to where your player is. This is my player. This is just the default one again. Third person character of the third person template. Now, if you remember correctly, what I mentioned about the UI, as you can see from that string. So we'll type in here UI, and straight away we can access our player health without having to cycle through where it might be. Player health, there we are, done. Save all. Let's close this down, we don't need that open now. Right, if we press play, there we are, there's our player health. I don't know if it's in the right place, but it's there. Maybe we should try and straighten it out. I know this isn't that important, but just understand what's going on with that. Oh, I think I know what it is. It was already in the right place. Yeah, feel free to have a play around with that. I don't want to spend too much time getting it perfectly like mathematically straight. So that's something you can have a mess around with. So we'll check on recording. Yep. Let's close that. So yeah, our health bar is displaying. So we've got that right. So that's working great. So we need to test the collision that we put together. So let's make a quick actor. We can always delete this after. It's not something I'm intending to keep. We'll create an actor. And we'll just call this the test actor. Yeah. So open that up. Now on your test actor, add a static mesh. We'll just use a SM cube. Compile. Now we want to set our collision to under collision to overlap, because that's what we're doing at the beginning, overlap. So we're turning this an overlap. Right, now here's the important part. Just click here and then scroll down to where actor is. And advanced. And then through the element here, we're just going to add the actual, the string. And if you remember, just in our CPP, it's just here. Sorry. So I'll make sure that that spelling is exactly the same. It won't work. Save that. Save. And yeah, that's that done. So what we can do now, just drag that out into the world. Right, let's run into it. As you can see, we're losing health. It works. Yay, it's a win, man. So yeah, that works. Now, obviously, once we lose all of our health, we kind of want something to happen, don't we? So I'll be back in a second, and we'll implement maybe a restart game function or something like that. Back in a jiff.